Now that we have practiced finding the interest using our interest formula, let's look at a problem where we are given the interest and we have to find something else in our equation. So Mrs. Williams wants to know how long it will take an investment of $450 to earn $200 in interest if the yearly interest rate is 6.5% paid at the end of each year. So looking back at the first sentence, Mrs. Williams wants to know how long it will take for an investment of $450 to earn $200 in interest. So far they've given us the original balance, they've given us the total money that we've earned in interest, and then they've given us the interest rate at 6.5%. So now we can go ahead and write out our interest formula. I equals PRT, where we know what the principal is, we know what the interest is, and we know what the rate is. So let's go ahead and start substituting those values in. So $200 is the interest we've earned. $450 is the principal or the original amount that we put into the investment. 6.5% needs to be converted to a decimal by moving it over 2 places to the left and replacing that blank with a 0, so 0.065. And the amount of time is what the question is asking, right? It wants to know how long it will take. So we are missing T, question mark. Well, how do we solve this problem? Well, we know that we can multiply what we have and then divide to find the time in years. So let's go ahead and multiply 0.065 times 450. We get to drop the 0. 32. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 3. Let's put our placeholder. 20, 24, 26, 0, 2. And adding from right to left, there are 3 numbers behind the decimal point, so there needs to be 3 numbers behind the decimal point here. So far we have 29.25, and I don't need that extra 0, times the time, so let's put that little multiplication sign, will get us $200. So if we're going to then work backwards, we don't know what we're multiplying by, so the opposite of multiplication is division. And so we're going to divide both sides by 29.25, 29.25. So using bow tie, 29.25 is on the outside, 200 is on the inside. We know that we never divide by decimals, so we need to move this over 2 places to the right, and this one over 2 places to the right, which means we're dividing 2,925 by 20,000. So let's draw our seats because that's a pretty big number. And we know 2925 goes into 2 0 times and 20 and 200 and 2,000 0 times. But let's go ahead and multiply. So we could create our top bottom chart and count by 2925. We could also guess and check. But I'm also going to make this a little bit quicker so we can go through and get to our stamp. So 2925 times 6 is 17,550. And we're going to borrow and add a decimal and a 0. And then we know that 2,925, let's add our seat, goes into this number 8 times, because 2925 times 8 is 23,400. So that is 0, 0, 0, 1,000. Add one more 0 to get to that hundredths place. And 2925 goes into 10,000 3 times, and we're going to stop there. So T equals 6.83. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means it will take about 6.8 years to earn this much money in interest. So our sentence can be, it will take over 6 years, almost 7 years, to earn $200 in interest. Alrighty, so we just want to stamp one more time that to find simple interest, we use this formula. Interest equals principal times rate times time, which also looks like this in our star chart. R is the percent of the principal that is paid over a period of time, usually per year. T is time. And then R and T must be compatible. So for example, if R is an annual interest rate, then T must be written in years. If R is a monthly interest